Alright, it's working. Earlier start, I have to say, but that's fine. Because this is what we call it. No, it's not even an early stream, I can't say that. What? Many things happen today. Actually, they kind of happen tomorrow as well. So technically tomorrow, but Deltarune stuff. We got more Deltarune news. First of all, I want to talk about that. They showed. Let me see if I can get an image of it. New newsletter. I want to see if I can find it. Let me just see. And there was something about. I don't know if I can find the website. Spampton. I want to find the sweepstakes page. Weird route. Yeah, I want the weird route thing. It's harder to find because I'm like, where is it? Oh, it was an egg. Which one was it? What is this? It's not is it through Windows? I don't remember how you get to it. I guess when it was through Windows. Let me check that real quick, actually. 1 second. I'm getting dog checked? Okay, that doesn't exist anymore. Oh, I forgot how weird this is. Oh, okay. I forgot this thing was like this. Yeah, this is not what I wanted though. I can find something out with this. I don't know. Yeah, it's not what I wanted. Yeah, I don't know if I can find it. I'm trying to find it. Does Reddit have a link? Every time. I gotta stop. Reddit pops up, like, immediately over these things for some reason. And, of course it's useless. Can I... No, go out of here. Okay, maybe it's in the Weird Route wiki. Sorry, I'm trying to find this. Where the fuck are you? No. Where? Like, oh wow. the things on here, it could be very useful for you. And immediately it's not on here. Well, the read route page don't have it. Okay, whatever. I'll find that later. Where's the... I'll just get that newsletter. Okay, here's the newsletter. Well, I don't really need the... Okay, well, I mean, I can just talk newsletter. I can just talk about, because I don't need to show what's on the newsletter, because it wasn't really much shown. It was more just talked about. Dystopia was talking about, Chapter 6 being short, a shorter one. Like a shorter chapter. And so that's new details. So we found that out. Chapter 7 is something they're working on it. They're not like releasing it side by side, so that's we're gonna have to wait for that one. But he also said something about revealing something huge, and like he said everything won't be answered. Like, don't expect everything to be answered, but one big thing will be answered in this specific one. Which is, like, interesting what that means. Because, like, what do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean? But, yeah, it's kind of what we have so far. I mean, there's 7, when you, it's like, so, the Spanish Sweepstakes page, I think it was, it had a list of chapters that were, like, applicable for Weird Route. And recently it was updated to have a weird 7, when you scroll down far to the bottom of the page, it shows 7B, like the hugest letter, because it correlates each like chapter 2 is a little, like, the biggest one was the biggest one, showing like it had more stuff in it. And then 6, was it 6 or 5? The 5 was like a little bigger, but not as big as 2. And 7B's at the bottom is like massive. So I assume the whole chapter changed. Like everything's different, which is gonna be very interesting. And there's also they showed a progress bar, showing like bugs and like just a general creation of stuff in chapter 7B, I assume. And it looks like they're working on it, but there's definitely some stuff they're not done. It's looking pretty good though. But yeah, anyway. Let's head on to East Journey. Because I am ready. Alright, yeah. Is everything correct and very good and correct and nice and not messing with me? It seems like it, so yeah, we're fine on that front. Let me move over. Because I am excited to continue playing, actually. Enough talking about Deltarune, let's play this game. We will talk about Deltarune later. I was nervous, I was like, it said delete. But in fact, it did not. Okay, well, we're just right back here, alright? I forgot your voice entirely.
Oh, could you calm down a little?
Calm down, ain't no whales, eh? Not until y'all come clean. That's for your own good, dang it. Our intrepid reporters refuse to give up even in the face of repeated stonewalling from this crew.
Look, ladies, you need to stop harassing these people. We'll have to ask you to blow up. I mean...
It's just unbelievably evil. It's like, come. Be like, Come on. You guys sure got a lot of nerve, y'all. Y'all are the ones who let the Tyrannosaurus live for a while. I mean, they've done a lot of other things, but we'll talk about that. Oh, but the fact that they bred this menace themselves and the staff cling desperately to a story. Look, they're not breeding anything. This is movie set. Alright. Are you sure about that? Says the gal told me she done seen Gordy with her own dang eyes. I sure saw something, but that doesn't mean we're keeping monsters here. I think you're lying. You fucking lying.
Alright, break it up.
Yes, that's a lady. Alright, wrong voice. Oh, Miss Tetris.
Oh, Sean!
Y'all on the trail is here, monster installation, infestation too much?
No, we're on the trail of a criminal. Langsy says, look at my large scroll. The darkness of a criminal's heart, it can sometimes be compared to a monster. And my heart is like a monster. That is to say, a killer is no different than a monster, really. I'm also very fucking bad at my job. And you're like, this is highly irregular, so you're usually worse at your job. Why are you just bad today? You're usually even worse. We can't allow evidence to public onto the crime scene. These people are important witnesses. I need them to be here. Well, Agent Lang, here we are. Where do you intend to begin? Now, let's start by summing up the facts. President Wayne's body was discovered here this morning. He hadn't been here seen since the night before last. Yes, he quite slipped very hard and broke his neck somehow. I don't know how that happened. He found his bodyguards noticing if I remember correctly. So he was missing for over a day. And the last person to see him alive was you, Judge Gavlet, on the roof of the big building. It was kind of big.
Alright, Sean, do you actually, know something? How come your milk is sweating as well? That's actually called condensation, Doxy, come on. I can't believe I got that wrong, come on.
Why did the two of you arrange to meet?
I'm sorry, but I can't say.
Not even to defend yourself from an accusation of murder?
I don't even remember your voice.
What? You just tell us.
Please, Judge Gavlet, we're trying to help you.
She can't say because she'll only incriminate herself more. I knew you had something to do with the president's murder, and I'm going to prove it. You said yourself that the body was only found this morning. I'd explain the time that passed between Judge Gavlet's meeting with the president and then. That's exactly what I'm hoping for. What? I mean, that's what we're about to find out. I mean, I'm also hoping for that, I guess. I'm particularly interested in what happened last night. So why don't you tell us what exactly the whole went down, Sean Fenn? Bruh. We know you were here on the set last night. You are Sean? We have testimony from the woman over there. Forensic evidence from the footprints that proves it.
Alright, you came back to run your lines, right?
What? You spying on me?
I don't know what the voice would be. I forgot what I was doing. I'm sorry, I was just making sure you're okay. It was late, and I was worried about you.
How many times did I tell you? I don't need you to worry about me.
Sean, that's no way to talk to an adult. She was trying to look after you. Apologize this instant.
Sorry, Mom. told you before, I don't be speaking to people that way. Wow, this whole new Judge Cavalier thing.
It seems she's just as strict as her son as she is with those who break the law.
Right, Snippy? If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times, you must. I'm talking, but no words are coming out of my mouth. I'm still talking, and that's good. That chocolate bar was really good from earlier. I remember that, alright? Can we get on with the investigation now? Well, of course. Forgive me.
I don't think I've ever seen her so passionate about anything. I guess there's Gambit the mother will take a little getting used to. And we didn't understand that you're accusing Sean of being involved somehow in Lang.
Like, why the fuck are you like this? I just want the truth. I need to know why the president was killed. And by who? And I don't care what it takes. I'm gonna find out. I mean, I'm gonna like traumatize some kids and stuff, like, I don't care. I'm kinda like fucked up like that.
Agent Ling, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Like, what the fuck? I mean, to be fair, he didn't much change.
I guess that makes sense for him to be so chairman. The president was practically family to him.
I mean, that's just like a cops thing. So, expected.
Alright, Sean, perhaps you could tell us what happened last night.
Fine by me. We've got nothing to hide.
I really want to do like a really cute voice. I'm gonna see how it works.
Had a bad day yesterday. Missed a couple of my takes. We were scheduled to shoot the same scene again today. So I thought I'd put some extra practice, and that's what I did. It's that simple. It's not like I haven't done it before. It's fine. Nothing happened.
You've been rehearsing it late at night again? When I called you yesterday evening, Sean, you said you were at the hotel.
You called him. You have a phone. I can't believe it. I haven't seen it before. How did I forget? What around what time, perhaps?
Must be around 11 p.m. or whereabouts. It's one of our rules when Sean stays away from home. You have to speak every night.
Yeah, well, I wasn't at the hotel, Mom. Was at a set.
So you lied to me?
Look. Sorry.
Sorry, bruh. Oh, now she's mad. I think it's kind of amazing how hard he wants to work on his acting, though.
Nonetheless, apparently can't help but worry. I try alone late at night, anything could happen to him. And indeed it did. He got himself entangled in this case.
But he said nothing happened, right?
He did. Although I can't help but wonder if he was telling you the truth. I guess I'm going to find out by interrogating this child.
I had a bad day yesterday. Messed up a couple takes. Okay. We are scheduled to shoot the same scene again today. I'm not sure. I don't know. So I thought I'd put some extra practice in. That's why I did. It's that simple. It's not like I haven't done it before. It's fine. Nothing happened. Nothing. Let's press on this one.
Are you sure about that? You dumb. I don't think you know what you're talking about. Are you sure? Yeah, I think you may be imagining things. Can you say that again?
He just gaslights this kid. Edgar's a little fuck. What do you mean? Of course I'm sure. It's just a regular evening, nothing out of the ordinary. What the fuck? A regular evening? How can you say that? Somebody was...
Yeah, he's just a child. You mustn't be too hard on him. Says me. Then I'm about to get worse. I'm going evil style. Nothing happened, really.
Nothing to do with the case anyway, at least that's what it sounds like he wants us to believe. Wait, don't we have some evidence related to what happened last night?
We do, and we also don't have time to be humoring the lies of a child. This is what we have to point out the contradiction in his testimony.
Alright. I had a bad day, so I missed a couple of dates. Okay. Alright, where... No, this was taken yesterday. Okay, you were here. You can... Okay, I can see Shauna's looking away towards the gate. I don't know if that has anything to do. Side gate was cut. Okay. Yellow stuff is on the president. I have no fucking idea what that is. And this is written by an unknown person. I mean, we know about this. Nice building, though. It's quite big. Sounds like it's called the Big Building or something. I'm interested. This probably has anything to do with it right now. See, so this just fell off the roof. That. The way they look at him. Okay, that belonged to President Wang. We know about that. And this is this, but this is not anything with Sean related. So it wouldn't be that. There's 51st floor, storeroom the night before last. We didn't see the president pass through. Okay. Parked in the front of the big building, driver's nowhere to be found. I have so much evidence. Shows one rehearsing. Okay, you can see the suit in the background there. And Sean disappears here. You weren't much rehearsed. The footprints were already here too, which is interesting. This is an interesting case, I'll say. Motorcycle gloves, okay. This obviously isn't going to be related right now. About kindness, we already used this. Wow, we got stuff from like every case. Okay, not. I think Sean's rehearsal. Alright. Nothing happened. Okay, no, that's it. Makes sense because they did have the line talking about, like, oh, maybe I should present something on this line, so that makes sense. Gotcha, kid. Gotcha pretty good.
Nothing happened, but sorry, you're lying. This proves it's beyond a doubt.
Wait, that's... How the fuck did you get that?
That's right, your rehearsal tape.
Gah. Bubba. What? You have the video footage from last night?
We do, and if you watch it, you'll see that it was no ordinary evening.
There's a footprint there already.
There is, and I'm not sure that's an everyday sight, even on a film set.
Sean, why would you keep this from me?
No reason.
Liar. That stuff might work on your mommy, kid, but it's not gonna work on me. How'd you hide the tape? Sean, you have to tell us.
You.
Look, I didn't want anybody to see me rehearsing, okay? It's kind of embarrassing. I don't like that. What? Okay.
So embarrassed, is that it?
Oh, the music. I like the music. Yeah. What's so fucking weird about that, Edwards?
Get your mouth, I swear. This kid's... What's wrong with this kid?
That's why you didn't hand over vital evidence? Sean, how could you? Oh, give me a break. You know about it now, don't you? Sure, the footprint was there, but I just ran out my lines and went home. That was it. Calm down.
And what another about the giant monster footprint struck you as weird. It's a giant monster footprint.
On the set of the giant monster movie, it's not like there isn't all kinds of other weird stuff around there.
Goodbye for a second, Chief. There's something hinky about this kid. I'm sure I'm standing right here. What is that? I mean, just keep it there. He's hit a scoop out of them, these bare horns, or my name ain't Lightheart.
Shut up, you both. Shut up, the both of you. I'm done talking. I'm gonna throw my milk on you.
No, you're not.
Oh, damn, okay.
The footprint isn't the only strange thing about last night. It was an unusual occurrence happened yesterday evening.
Alright? Happened yesterday evening. Not the letter. Not that. Not that. Not that. I would say this, but the murder. But saying unusual occurrence is weird. So we know about the foot. What else happened? Okay, it's gotta be from the start. I guess I'm gonna try this. It's not that. Alright, so you don't see it, no surprises there, I guess. Says the guy who clearly thinks like one. Get that chunk of chucked in my face. No, I must have messed up somehow. Yeah, okay, I know. I know. I thought you said we had to wink. I was like, what?
Take that!
Alright, wasn't that either? I guess this.
Take that!
I guess that, but that was like an unusual occurrence. I guess that would be considered as well. I felt like it was talking about, like, mentioning, like, the thing Lotta saw.
The Battle of Tyrannosaurus's head fell from the roof of that trailer last night. Do you expect us to believe that you knew nothing about that? I don't know what you're talking about.
Is that so?
I told you I read my lines, I went home, that was it. What do I know about some stupid falling head? Are you saying you could prove I know something?
Sadly not. It's entirely possible that the head fell after Sean left.
No proof, then. This conversation is over.
He tells me he doesn't want to talk about last night anymore than is absolutely necessary. What is he hiding?
Hold it right there.
What is it? He didn't...
Ella. We'll call me that. So it's just as I thought. Thanks, Mr. Prosecutor. What is yours? Backs up my theory nicely. And my theory is always correct. I know who the knight is. I think it's Rudy. Why? There's something else on the tape. Yep, look closely. You can see that costume up in the close? you can see it's papyrus, actually. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah. Tyrannosaurus suit. Something different. Do you see it? I'm not sure. You kinda just hanging out and looking a little saggy. Oh, and the zipper on the back is done up tight. A zipper? What the what's a zipper? That's... Guess y'all can see it now, right? On the tape, the zipper's wide open. Why? Because somebody's inside that suit, that's right. What?
Mr. Powers, that zipper. What can you tell us about it?
We always try to close it up tight when the suit is in the news.
That's right, Mr. Prosecutor. Do you remember something else I said not too long ago? Let me refresh your memory. What if your friend Gambit pushed the president off the big building last night? And then came down here on the movie set and hid the body somewhere.
But where?
There's all kinds of stuff down here. Costumes, equipment. Could hide anywhere. And then come back a day later last night, in other words, and take it out again.
You're saying the body could have been hidden in Tyrannosaurus suit?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Isn't that right, Gavlet? You pushed the president off the roof like I said. And you hid the body inside that costume. I certainly did not. Princess, all you like. I'm not gonna believe you. You're the only person who could have done this.
I thought we already proved that would have been impossible. The set was locked at that time. There's no way Judge Gambit would have been able to get in there.
What if she had an accomplice?
What?
Got a little theory for you. I think you're gonna like it. Alright, Adrian, I do not like your theories. Here we go. What if Sean was waiting down here when Gambit pushed the president off the roof? If the two of them working together, the problem with the lock goes away. They then work to hide the body together as two, by dragging it over to the Tyrannosaurus suit and stuffing inside.
You think the murder really was a carefully planned?
Assassination of a world leader. It could only have been carefully planned. It's just that Sean could have been involved in this is unthinkable. Like, I mean, do you really think the kid would want to kill the president? It's like a random kid. Like, what? Or, not a random kid, but like what? You have like bullshit evidence. Like, actually, oh my god, you're like, everybody is like just corrupt. I swear. I mean, that's just normal cops, to be fair, but like, yeah. It's 30. Well, cops are like even worse.
That's saying something.
You're my prime suspect. What makes you think I'm gonna listen to a word you say?
But what about motive? What reason would either of them have to kill President Wayne?
That's like,
Who knows? Maybe we'll find out soon enough. If I keep on interrogating them. She's the last one to meet with him, and she won't tell us why. Pretty darn suspicious. But if you have to agree with that.
you see that in the background? There's, Gavineers in the corner. Big ace Apollo Justice reference.
Gavin, I don't suppose I could convince you to share any more details.
My apologies, that is one thing I cannot do. But rest assured, should that ever change, you'll be the first to know. At least you.
You have to believe me. Yeah, murders have a habit of saying that. What about you, kid? Any weak excuses to offer? If so, now it's time to get them off your chest.
But I've got nothing to say to you. I'm innocent.
Both as tight-lipped as they are each other, huh? But let me guess. You're trying to try and stick up for them.
It's true, Judge Gavile's actions certainly makes her seem suspicious, but nothing she has told us about to a motive for murder, even a suggestion of one.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm leaving motives aside for now, because I'm very fucking... At the moment, I'm focusing on the means and opportunity. For the money, these two have been working together for their little plot to succeed. I would have shot his way down here when Javelin pushed the person up the roof.
Alright. I shot his way down here when Javelin pushed the person up the roof. I don't. You're saying an accomplice? I don't. It's just stupid. Sorry, I made more fun. Just some background stuff. Soon we're staying to work together until Black goes away. I guess. And then work to hide the body together too. I drag it over to the suit side. But is she Sans? Did she teleport down here? Nobody saw her. How about you check your fucking cameras to see if she went down here? You're like an actual idiot. I swear. Trying to. Or sounds waiting down here on the roof. But does the block say anything?
Objection!
I don't know. I messed that up. Like he says, Lang is pretty fucking dumb. Come on. I'm pressing it.
Who's away how exactly?
I thought you might try this, but you and I both know how. Let me make it nice and simple for you. First, you push the president off the roof.
Alright.
Pushes. Okay. And then the kid opens the combination lock because he knows the code. Yup, kid opens the code. Knows lock. Gotcha.
Okay, the other way around.
And that's it. It's that simple. No lock to worry about. And no more objections about her not being able to get in because she didn't know the code.
That would explain away the problem with the lock, it's true. Thank you for your clear in...
Okay, I'll ignore that for a bit, I guess. If you can hear that vacuum upstairs.
It is incisive explanation, Agent Lang. Please continue.
I will. Hopefully this part will shut you up for good.
Alright, man. Like, how would they work?
Hold it!
Literally bring up.
But if the two of them work together, why would they need to hide the body for a full day?
That's a good point, too. Like, why would the body be out if they're hiding it? Wouldn't they just keep it hidden? Because this would just fully incriminate her. It's like, no.
Well, look at the situation right in front of you.
Thanks to that little ruse, we're still puzzling over what they were up to even now.
Just let me speak. If I can clear this whole mess up once and for all. Ready? Good. So, like I was saying, they work together to find the body.
Alright. I'm really interested to see what happened. This is a tough one, okay. Or maybe it's like super easy and I'm missing it. So you're saying you could hide the body in there? Okay. Yeah, you could. How the fuck could Gambit get down here? I don't know. How do you explain the big footprints then, Lang? Like, what the fuck? You're the one with the accusation. You should be giving me proof, not just saying like shit. Alright, I'm pressing up. Let's see.
That video footage doesn't show the inside of the suit. Can't say for certain there was a body in there at the time, can you?
Maybe not. We can take a look right now. Let's open up and see what's inside. Put money on us finding proof that it was there.
Do you mind if we examine the suit, Mr. Powers?
Alright, interesting.
No, not at all. Might be a little ripe, though. It's pretty sweaty in there.
Alright, let's see.
It's filthy.
Alright, so... Interesting.
Yeah, that's weird. Supposed to clean it out pretty good if you don't get kind of moldy.
The words we're looking for is the proof something other than you used the suit. That dirt in there must have come from the body. I guess the president was lying in there in the middle of that footprint. This probably would have gotten pretty dirty. Exactly. Well, everybody happy? Alright, so... it must have come from the body. Right, inside this is covered in dirt.
Objection!
Okay, there's okay. I actually don't know what it is, but I thought so.
There are assumptions that the inside of the suit is dirty because the dirt came from the body. Would it be safe to say that's the case?
Why? Is there a problem?
Well, the suit directly in front of the opening is particularly dirty.
Yeah, it really is.
But look at the victim. The area of his body that would have been in contact with that part of the suit isn't dirty at all. The victim had been crammed in there, as you suggest. His chest would surely be covered in dirt.
Ugh. Fine, so what's your explanation? I don't know, dirt get inside there.
Maybe they want to videotape the man would have been somebody in the suit at the time. So, was it if it wasn't the president?
Okay, think. Where was it? Wait. Wait a minute. Wait a hot minute. Okay. I was thinking it may be Sean hiding in there, but I was like, no, the zipper's not closed. I've seen dirt like that somewhere else, I'm sure of it. Right. Or someplace else. Let me see. Wait. What? The gloves. What? How does it have anything to do with this? That's really weird. Yeah, I can't think of where. There are weird little gray bits in it.
Gray bits. She's right, there's something mixed in there.
It was stuck to something else we looked at. Lots of it.
But it's like there's something we looked at in item of evidence, maybe. It's probably worth checking. Does one of the items we found have similar kind of dirt stuck to it?
Yes, in fact it does. Exilius's gloves for some reason. What does Exilius have to do with this? That's weird, okay. Exilius here? But Exilius in jail. What?
As Gabe pointed out, the dirt of the costume contained small flecks of something grey.
And?
Discovered similar flecks stuck to an item belonging to somebody we recently had dealings with. The item in question being the gloves.
You're right. There does look similar. But so what? What are you trying to say this stuff is? What exactly are these gray flecks of yours?
I believe the grey flecks are
Concrete, yeah.
surely they're flecks of concrete.
Yeah, because earlier we saw concrete around, yeah. Oh, yeah, like all the little broken up bits around the footprints, you mean?
Exactly. And who did these gloves? Who did the gloves on which we found similar dirt and grey flecks belong to?
Chairman Winter. We found them in this garage.
That's right, we visited the garage at his home earlier today. We found a pair of mechanics gloves covered in dirt, and if we recall correctly, a sledgehammer and a shovel too.
What is happening?
Why would a pair of mechanics gloves be covered in dirt? I'll tell you why. Because somebody wore them while they used that hammer and shovel. They smashed through the concrete to the dirt below, staining the gloves with both substances.
Wait, so you're saying...
Yes, that we finally know what these footprints really are. It seems highly likely they were dug up by Chairman Winter.
Why? Why were they... That's so weird. What? Isn't he in jail? What? Highly unlikely. If that's so, then tell me this. Why the heck did he make them? What purpose could they possibly serve?
Indeed, I must imagine they must have been.
Digging up something. Because why would you bury something here?
I think he must have been digging up something. I imagine if it's somewhat like this. There was something on this lot that needed to be unearthed. In order to do so, he cut the chain on the side entrance and gained access to it from there. He used this sledgehammer and shovel to dig up the three footprints.
Interesting.
When he found what he was looking for, he backed it up and filled in all the holes.
Shaw must have showed up, right?
I think he did, yes. Chet would have been able to find a hiding space in the Tyrannosaurus suit proved just that.
You got it all for a pair of dirty gloves? It's good. It's all just speculation. You know, I mean, proof things inside that suit. Could have dug those holes and gotten out of it there before the king showed up.
But he didn't, and there's proof of that right there. The footage. It shows that Chairman Winter was still present when this recording was made.
What?
Shame that Lang didn't even notice himself.
Wait, I didn't even notice. What do you mean?
What if we compare the situation as we see it now? The situation that appears on Sean's rehearsal tape. And you compare that in turn to what he saw in the Chairman Winter's garage. It soon becomes clear that the Chairman was present. What part of this image shows that the Chairman was still in there?
Alright. Like, I don't fucking know. Wait, what's that bag?
Take that!
Wait, actually?
Look at the bag next to Tyrannosaurus' suit.
Wait, actually? I thought that bag looked weird.
These are the same bag in Chairman Winter's garage. Huh? The same bag, the dirt on the gloves. That was to indicate a connection, surely. I think that's pretty much seals it. It was Excelius Winter in the suit. And if he was in there, the person's body can't have been... Good, it seems I've convinced Agent Lang of the flaws in his theory.
Somebody get to Chairman Winter's house right away. We need to know what's in that bag. Yes, sir.
Y'all done lost your minds? I can't believe what I'm hearing. What is this hogwash? Lada, can you please go leave? Why are you still here? You don't have anything to add. You literally don't. You already gave me what you added. Like, what else?
This is what we need.
Them right there is Tyrannosaurus footprints, dang it. Ain't no hosed up by no old guy.
I think I've illustrated more than adequately that that's exactly what they are.
Don't mind me what you got, just what you just got done did. I don't believe that. Don't believe it. And that's it. That. I told you, I'll see that big bad bull with my own two eyes.
A giant eye peering into that window.
So got past that nonsense. Man, but I'll let that go. What kind of journalist would we be if we did, huh?
Responsible ones, but I guess that's the whole problem.
Wait, ain't that like it just about the footprints though, Al? You were franchising with one of them, their monsters, ain't that correct, young man? Find a young lady over there if I'm not very much mistaken.
We're never going to get
Anyway, with these two around, Maybe we could prove to them that wasn't a monster either, and they might finally drop out. What do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Any bright ideas?
Prove that it wasn't a monster? Fine, I don't propose there's much else for it.
Let's see what we can do. Why are we... Okay. Well, you're two whispering now. Well, y'all ain't hiding something, ain't you? Admit it. Quick to have it rotate.
Hold it!
Would I politely ask that you both calm down? That's the boy has been talking to. You know what it was by now.
Huh? No, do we? The tape. The tape clears it up. Either the camera or the Agawa.
Oh, did? Avoid that which Miss Nichols thought she was gone with Gordy. That would have been right when he was making his rehearsal tape. But she mistook a certain object for the legendary creature of the lake. Your so-called monster is right here in this picture. Huh? I don't see no Gordy. I'm but a dumb snapshot. What do you mean your monster's in this image? Wait. There ain't no way. Okay, I think I might know what it is. You're talking to a pro here, you can't fool with no trick for photographing. Where does Miss Nichols Gordy really?
What's this?
Take that!
It was. That's so stupid. That's right, it was a camera crane.
This is what Miss Nichols saw, not Gordy.
What?
Shots rehearsal tape was shot from a noticeably elevated viewpoint.
I'm actually getting very good with evidence presenting, I will say. Surprised.
The viewpoint would have been only possible if the camera in question was attached to a crane.
Bo, how the heck was someone she make a mistake like that, huh?
Objection!
Oh, indeed, Miss Nichols.
Yes?
You told us that you think you might not need... You might need glasses, didn't you?
Yeah, my eyesight got worse all of a sudden.
I imagine that when you thought she saw Gordy, he was quite heavily shrouded in darkness.
That's right. I only saw a silhouette. But he done told us. Skin like an enormous worm. You said, y'all don't try to tell us about your precious prey and grew skin somehow? Ain't no flesh on them. Their bones, let no skin.
You're entirely correct, of course, about the crane as one particular as if it was in this particular picture anyway. But it did have a skin of a sort last night.
What?
I didn't ask your scoop ahead, but this is plumb crazy. You want to tap in our star, is that it? That wasn't my intent at all. And I do think it's time to finally put them both out of their misery. I'm going to kill them.
Alright, where? I see. Skin and... Yeah, I think I know what the skin is.
Gordy's skin is right here in front of us. It wasn't skin at all, it was this.
Alright, oh well.
Take that!
Miss Nichols doesn't seem likely to rain last night. It never happened in the end, but I think Sean may have covered the crane with rain-proof sheeting nonetheless. And that my intrepid younger reporters is what Miss Nichols mistook for Gordy's skin.
Oh heck.
Well, Sean, am I mistaken? You feel everything, don't you? I must say, you're pretty amazing. Thank you. I'm sorry, Miss Hart and Miss Nichols' monster. There was no such thing. It was a simple trick of the light.
Well, it's just like that drink dies again. Chief. Yeah, I don't know if you're ever gonna find that one. Yeah, I think that may have finally shut them up. I thought the kid was holding out on us. But it seems I could have maybe been a little wrong, maybe? Alright, we know what the so-called monster was now. Everybody happy? Except these two.
Agent Lang! The President's autopsy report is out, sir.
Is it? Let me see it.
Finally, it took a while.
Death was due to full body contusions and bone breaks caused by extreme pressure from above. So, we have our cause of death. He was crushed.
Wait, so he didn't die from fall damage, I was about to say. Bro did not die from fall damage.
Just as we thought. He didn't die from fall damage.
What do you... So he probably got crushed by the pet then, right? We thought, okay, so we were right. So it was probably the head that crushed him.
As results. Test results still haven't come back from the yellow substance found in his chest, but they did find gunshot residue in his right hand. Gunshot residue? Guess he was a kid at art, huh?
Gunshot residue K. It's a substance left behind when a firearm is starched. Its presence indicates that the president may have used a gun.
Oh, really? We didn't find a gun anywhere, did we?
Indeed not, which makes the residue something of a riddle. We'll need to read that report carefully. Well, Agent Lang, that clears one thing up at least. The president did die from a fall, which means he wasn't pushed from the roof of the big building. He was crushed by the falling Tyrannosaurus head, just as we said he was.
I guess I have to accept that now. Fine, you're right. Amazing, so does that mean Judge Gambit isn't a suspect anymore?
Surely it must, both the time and the cause and time of death rule are out. She met with the president last night before last. But the autopsy report puts the time of death at around 11 p.m. last night. We know that the Tyrannosaurus head fell around then, too. The facts all line up perfectly.
I feel rather relief. I got another line of questions, sorry. It might be a little too soon to celebrate.
What?
Why? Sure, if we can accept that the fall again must have been what killed the president, that begs the question of what could have caused the fall. Or who?
We know what happened last night, so we have to think about who was here at the time.
So what are we getting at exactly? Can't mean... I'm afraid I do. You did it, didn't you? Sean.
You're just blaming Sean for it now. Like, what the fuck do you even think? Like, wait, why are you sweating?
Kid's hiding something. He was right here last night, right where the body was found. He saw the footprints, and yet he wants us to believe he didn't know nothing about it when it happened. That's a big ass, surely.
Like, what are you doing, bro? Come on. You're just like getting on a kid. You're just like being on a kid for this. Like, what is happening?
We haven't yet established the footprints had anything to do with the murder. So even if we did see them, it doesn't mean he wasn't involved.
The only thing was, how did the fuck did the head get back up? Is there a crane? That's what I'm curious about.
Maybe not. His face tells me different.
So what's your belief in how the fuck did Wayne get all the way up down here? How did Wayne get all the way down here? Like, how the fuck?
As the fact does that he's shaking like a leaf.
It does seem like Agent Lang might be onto something. I don't think Sean's going to talk.
Fine, keep your mouth shut, kid. A better idea. Why don't we let your tape do the talking?
What exactly are you planning, Agent Lang?
The police have some pretty sophisticated image analysis tools these days. So you'd go to such state extreme lengths to seem like son convicted.
It's not an idea, but if the boy won't talk, we don't have any other way of getting the truth. Like the gumshoe, you have to access exactly such a device, do you not?
I mean, it is quite... yeah.
Oh, sure do, Luffy.
Good. That should make this quick and nice and quick.
Just did it.
I thought you were gumshoe. Mr. Edgeworth, might I request to let it be you who carries out the analysis in question?
Why me?
Agent Lang might be inclined to believe the worst.
And agent analysis is exactly my specialty, but alright. I don't even know I'm allowed here. I'm not even a prosecutor anymore. Are there new clues to be discovered somewhere in the image data, I wonder?
I'll zoom in here. Is there anything? No. Anything here? Not really. Maynard's Winter's bag. That looks like kind of scary. It looks like a mouth. I think the ghost of Wang. What? What do you mean the ghost of Wang? Like, okay, that's just stupid. You could have made that harder to see.
Eureka!
What the?
Is it Mr. Edgeworth? Let me see. Hmm? What is it? What's the matter? Show me! Mr. Edgeworth, of course, I asked you to share your findings.
Zoom in on the top right part of the image and look closely.
There's a person there. It's the president! Oh my. What? You're kidding, right? I say it's pretty decisive, wouldn't you?
Doesn't look good for Sean at all.
Wait, that doesn't prove anything. I didn't know he was there. I don't believe you. This image does in fact prove something very important. That you and the president were here at the scene of the crime together. Admit it, kid. You murdered President Wang. No, that's ridiculous. Why? Why would he? Sean, you didn't. You can't have. Can't you? Jeez. I feel so bad for this. It's like, why are you accusing this kid though? Like I say, why would a kid? You have nothing. Like, you said, okay, the kid was here with Wang. Why was Wang there? Like, why would a kid kill Wang by crushing Wang? That makes no sense. Like, it doesn't make any sense. What do we do, Mr. Edgeworth? It's hard to push back against footage like that. Surely can't deny that this looks pretty bad for the kid, Mr. Prosecutor.
Mm.
Then you knew nothing about what happened. The president's right there with him.
Sean, what are you not telling us? We have to know.
He's right, Sean. Be honest now. It's the only way.
The truth is, it was all my fault.
Sean,
Sean, what did you do?
It's my fault. Tyrannosaurus head fell off the trailer.
Alright, interesting.
I went up on the roof of the trailer and prepped for the kit I was using, and I turned on the heater while I was there. I must have left it burning when I came back down to run my lines. And my mom called and I left the set to go to talk to her. When I came back after the call, the Tyrannosaurus head fallen from the roof end. The president was just there, lying next to it.
Alright, that's not good. No.
We did find evidence of the fire having broken out on top of the roof.
There's a tiny one, so I put it myself.
So you say the president died because of First of all, why is the president here? Like, it makes no sense. Why was he here?
Well, if you did, that would make this whole thing just an accident.
What did you do with the head after you found it on the ground?
Wait, what if the president was here with Winter? Or something. I don't know. It's weird. Because Winter would have saw the president, so it's weird. Take it apart, carry the pieces to the roof, and I put it back together again. You're saying you put out the fire and moved the head back to where it fell from? In other words, you tried to cover your tracks. You're a real piece of work, kid. Alright, how does a kid move that head? No, it's like I did any of this on purpose. I really just forgot to turn the heater off.
Yes, and when the fire was burned through the legs, the tip would have collapsed at the head. I would have fallen down into the ground below, you're right. Fire caused the head to fall. Indeed, and I also happen to have an idea about how the fire may have started. These cats are baked about a heater are pretty flammable. A great place to keep them.
And you swear it was an accident? Seems a little convenient. What was the president ever even doing here in the first place?
How the heck am I supposed to know? I didn't even see anybody, I swear.
I still don't believe you. Why would the president want to come to a place like this in the middle of the night?
Jesus, look up here. Something of a mystery, it's true.
That's a really good question, though. Like, why? And he was on the roof. Like, what? 2 nights. Yeah, 2 nights ago. Yeah, it's okay. So that was 2. So we got that. This was 2 nights ago. Okay, now this makes sense. So 2 nights ago. Okay, now, and I'm kind of remembering. That makes way more sense. What was Wayne doing up there, even though? It's weird.
It would show you heavily on top of the roof 2 nights ago.
Also, I just realized Winter, we basically got Winter convicted today, so that makes sense why Winter was able to do that like last night.
But he was also here at the movie set last night. Did he come to meet Sean? I think we need to go over the boy's statement very carefully indeed.
Alright, let's do it. Went up on the roof of the trailer park the cat was using, and I turned on the heater while I was there. Okay. I left it, wow, this is a big testimony. I left it burning when I came back to run down my lines. My mom called and I left to set to go talk to her. When I came back after the call, I saw his head fallen from the roof and I guess it was lying there, lying next to it. No. Now, do I have anything? What's the yellow stuff, though? Oh, we got this now. We don't know the yellow substances. At 11, okay. Oh, we know when it happened. Whole body can do the bone break. It says caused by severe pressure on bone. So, crushed. Jeez, that's a... Oh, what a way to go, though. Crushed by a giant head. Yeah, it looks like there's definitely signs of a fire. And that fire broke the table, it seems. And it broke the horn.
Huh. There's a lot of mysteries here. So you know that Wang was there. It's so interesting, okay. I'll press this.
You're a fit and hardy young man, Sean. It's break now, surely get where we need to fire up that stove.
He's fit and hardy young man who needs to look after himself.
Really, Your Honor, but he resorts to such measures even during warm weather?
Seriously? You're going to argue over something like that right now?
There. He's right, of course.
You made your point, Sean? I told you to watch before you talk how to talk to people.
I think he was criticizing you as much as me, Your Honor.
Yes, Mom. Anyway, yeah, where was I? Alright, I need to...
You left it burning? You didn't think to check before you came back down to the lot?
I meant to, but I was thinking about my lines and the scene and everything else. It's my fault I forgot. I really forget stuff. I sure do. So much stuff. Left the air conditioner on in Mr. Edwards' office and the lights. Bradley told me never to jump off the ladder of his bookshelves to make quick calls. The one thing I never ever forget to do is to turn off an unattended heater.
Please, Sean, go on.
Oh, she's loud. Anyway, as I was saying. Alright. Mother called, okay. That's a big one.
It was the middle of the night. The set was deserted. Why did you need to leave in order to talk to your mother?
I was supposed to talk to her. I got confused, I guess. Thought if I didn't leave, she'd find I was in the hotel at night on my own.
That doesn't make sense. You know that, don't you?
Oh, hi. Look at the cameras rolling and the mics were all wide, okay? I didn't want a conversation on that tape, but anybody could hear it.
He doesn't embarrass about being recorded speaking on the phone with his mother.
So audition rehearsal ran off set as quick as I could. Alright, interesting.
Were there any signs of that was about to fall before you left?
Well, I didn't know, remember, I was concentrating on my lines.
But if I had broken out the roof because of the heater you forgot to turn on. You really heard nothing the whole time?
Yeah, that seemed weird. No, I had my headphones on.
Why?
I was playing the soundtrack of the movie to help me concentrate. I was playing it loud. Yeah, I definitely didn't hear anything.
Except for the sound of your phone ringing when John Gambit called you.
No, that don't vibrate these days, right? Anyway. That's a fair point. Okay, you do have your headphones on. Okay, so that's important. Okay. No, that correlates.
Did you notice something unusual about the body?
I don't know, it was dark.
He suddenly seemed to be rested unusual. I didn't know that worked.
I don't think he wants to go back over that memory anymore. He has to, Mr. Joe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mr. don't want to traumatize the kid. Oh my god. Fucking drop frames, I just fucking noticed them. Fucker. Alright, is that good now? Is it still dropping frames? I didn't even notice that. 1 second. Okay, it seems okay for now. I am so sorry about that. I didn't even fucking notice. I'm gonna fuck up half the stream.
I'm sure he doesn't, but is that really all that is? Should I push him a little more?
Well, in real life I wouldn't. Real life I wouldn't be here at all. I wouldn't be a fucking interrogating kids. I guess.
It was dark, but you knew it was a body nonetheless. He's hiding something. I'd better find out what. Most people would cry out for help if they saw somebody lying on the ground, and yet you didn't. Because what was the point? He's dead.
How did you know he's already dead, though?
So you said what I'm interested in is how you were able to be so sure. How are you so certain that he was dead?
He's lying on the ground, and that huge head was right next to him. It didn't take much to figure out what must have happened.
You couldn't have guessed that the impact would have killed him? How did you really know? I said well, because you checked.
I checked, okay? I was scared, but yeah, I went up to the body and I wasn't breathing.
That's right.
Why hide that fact? There must be a reason.
Could you tell us how the body looked at that point?
I can tell he was dead from first. There was blood in it, so it's hard to believe sure. If was closely there, he was completely clean. But yeah, he wasn't breathing. That's how I knew he was dead.
Thank you. I'd like to add that to your statement to your testimony if you don't mind.
Wait, what? There was nothing on his clothes. There is something on his clothes. What?
Nothing on his clothes. Nothing at all.
Oh, yeah, nothing. Why is there a problem with that?
There's nothing. Something you're clearly hoping that we've forgotten.
What are you talking about? There isn't. That's not true.
Unluckily for you, then you remember rather well. We're talking about, of course, the yellow speckles
On the
on the person's chest. You studiously avoided mentioning them throughout your testimony. An absence I find suspicious, to say the least. Now, for the sake that you have a sort of satisfactory explanation.
Cavalier.
Is Gavley?
To explain.
You? What?
The residue in the person's chest? I imagined it was from a bouquet of flowers. Lion lilies, to be precise.
lion lilies.
Let's go. I met with the president on the roof of the big building. Presented him a bouquet. They're a type of lily with large yellow petals. It was like a flowery. I wish that the substance on President Wang's chest was pollen from these flowers.
But they're in the printout from the security camera.
Because the person was in that way.
But why give him flowers?
It's not something I'm at liberty to divulge.
What? More secrets? Are you serious? First you wouldn't tell us why you met him, and now you can't even tell us about the flowers?
Serious apologies, but all I can tell you is that I gave him the bouquet.
A bouquet that was nowhere near the body when it was discovered. How do you explain that?
I cannot.
Seriously, Your Honor? Say some things you won't explain, the rest you can't? Come on, you've got to give us something. You wouldn't let this fly in the courtroom. What makes you think we'll accept it? Hey, leave her alone.
Sean.
I threw the flowers away, okay?
You did? So they were there when you first found the body? Yeah, they were right on his chest. They were squashed completely flat.
I guess that makes sense, right? We've gotten crushed alongside the bottom of the present.
And the fountain would speed across his chest jacket front. It does explain things rather neatly. But why remove the bouquet and dispose of it?
No reason.
He's almost as evasive as his mother.
More secrets, they're quite a pair. What's like, why do they keep, there better be a good reason. Because they're like, not telling us anything, barely. There's no secret. Exactly why Sean disposed of the bouquet. Oh, huh? You said we leave the house with it, didn't you? Ah, yeah, that's what okay, I was thinking about it a little bit. I was like, did he think it would incriminate her, so he wanted to get rid of it? So he was scared she would get incriminated. Oh, I get it. When he saw the flowers in the president's body, you remembered seeing your mom with them.
And he felt the need to prevent him from coming under suspicion.
Yeah, okay, I can understand that. Oh, you got it all wrong.
That's at least convincing lie.
Oh, that's sad. I mean, we already know that, yeah. Let's decorate our home with lion lilies. Bet you that's why he remembered. So the flowers his mother was carrying showed up in the president's body. Also, she just straight up admitted it. Like, why would a murderer admit that? That's like the most incriminating thing ever. It's like, what? I'm like 100% she's innocent now after that. Also, the Fang's coat get more detailed, or is that just me? So the flowers his mother was carrying showed up on the president's body, and because of that, he got rid of the bouquet and kept it quiet about having discovered the corpse. Well, that ties everything up nicely, doesn't it? Because I'm a fucking jackass, and a little too nicely for my taste. Why? What's wrong with nice? I guess you forgot, huh? Kid also told us Belly was responsible for the head falling in the first place. Yeah, he did, but he's still our only suspect.
The finger of suspicion still seems to be pointed firmly in Sean's direction, however. Wait, I can think of a far more likely culprit than the boy.
What? Who the fuck are you? Who? I have no idea. Winter? I guess Winter. Well, let me see. Who was here? Penny. Penny was here. So Penny was here. Penny's on the list. Okay. I don't know. Will wasn't here. What we know? Okay, all these characters were not here. Silliest Winter. There's so much characters in this one. I don't think it's Canis. Knight's dead, so definitely Knight. Might have been Winter.
The person who was holding Sean captive until only a short while ago.
What? Oh. Well, we don't know who that is.
Oh, that's right. We had to rescue him from the warehouse refrigeration unit by the harbor.
A refrigeration unit in the depot?
Yeah. Lucky he wasn't switched on. Poor kid might have frozen into a popsicle otherwise. He was doing his best to call up for help, which was how we found him.
Says word off by then, so he was wide awake and plenty loud.
Sedatives. Isn't that what you were given to?
Yup, he found the bottle on the floor of the unit. It was even the same brand. 3Z's. Apparently it's super strong. Alright, interesting. 3Z's. Interesting. This is a nice name. Puts you to sleep, I guess.
Well, Agent Lang, surely that suggests that Sean was a victim, not a suspect. Somebody else was responsible, and I think they've been behind all of this.
Alright, so we got some Grandmaster, okay? It's Ling. Oh yeah? And the secret mastermind of yours was here last night too.
That I can't yet say.
It's not like you to be so vague, Mr. Prosecutor.
And we don't have anything else to tie our mysterious kidnapper to the murder of the president. So is there anybody else, somebody other than Sean, who could have committed the murder?
No, I don't know who was here. There was like nobody. We know about Penny being here though.
Of course.
What? So I was right. The kid is still our only suspect. What, you know?
Not quite. I can think of another.
What?
Somebody who just recently proved us right here on the movie that last night.
Wait. Winter? Yeah, okay. Jim Winter, you think he killed the President Wang?
Why not? We've proven that he was present.
I guess that makes sense. That doesn't explain the kidnapper. Because the kidnapper's not Winter, from what I know. Because Winter's not free. Winter was in jail the whole time.
Why not? We've proven that he was present. And if he was there, he's viable as a suspect as anybody else. Why wouldn't you say?
Winter? Could you really have?
It's certainly another possibility to consider.
12 years ago, he was.
That number again.
Look, a lot happened, okay? This is all 12 years ago or more. My father and the president being friends, our family being the ones who kept him safe. Like from 12 years ago. Yup, I could see that you're finally about to pay for your crimes. Even if it did take a while for you to get what was coming to you.
Agent Lang, what happened 12 years ago?
It's nothing to do with you.
I think it has everything to do with me. It's clearly connected to this case.
And you can prove that, can you? Go ahead, show me some proof that what happened 12 years ago has anything to do with this.
Proof?
You can't prove it. This conversation's over.
Is any evidence of the proof collection linked between recent events 12 years ago?
Like 12 years ago? I can't really examine that. Alright, so... Let me check everything here. Wait, a note. Oh! Get this!
This letter was sent to Rosie Riga, the victim of a murder that happened the night before last.
Yeah, okay, that's getting connected here. That's fine. Okay, I'm interested.
We don't know who sent it, but it does say this. Good luck getting your revenge for what happened 12 years ago.
What?
That's not all. Take a look at this. It's a report about Bronco Knight written by Lord and Longard. It's addressed to Chairman Winner. This last part in particular should be of interest to you.
Retrieve the package we laid out to arrest 12 years ago. And the planter. Oh, I see. That's... okay.
Something strange is going on, Agent Lang. Miss Riga was murdered last night before last, and President Wang not long afterward. There's a connection between the two murders, and there has to be. I believe we can trace that connection to events 12 years in the past, am I wrong?
These are what limbs your opening here. It's also my family's name.
Please, Agent Lang, we need to know.
Alright, let's... It's very important, actually.
What was that?
Shifu! What are y'all doing here? We came to find you, sir. We've heard you were looking into the incident about from 12 years ago.
Idiots. Boss anymore? Go back to your duties right now.
We can't do that, sir.
What? You're displaying a direct order?
Please, sir, I'm begging you. We're all here. You have to reopen the investigation into the SS5 incident.
Oh, SS5, okay.
You know, you can't let it go until we figure out what happened. We can't either.
Agent Lang is easy to pull down. It's what they've been past to explain too.
You think it's that easy? We can just solve the case just like that?
I think we can, together.
Well, alright then. Offer accepted.
Sifu.
Have a nice one. I guess it's my turn to step up.
I'm sorry, Kay.
You're looking for a case from the past, right? I just happen to have something that'll help me with that.
You mean Mr. How the fuck you use Mr. Thief? This is like 700 years ago.
Sure do. If I can give you details of the incident, I can wrestle up a little simulation for you. Well, that's gonna be an issue. Sadly, we don't have the files relating to the case. How come? The files are restricted. They're top secret.
Really?
Why? It beats me. Somebody must have had something to hide. Even I've never seen them. Everything I know, I read in newspaper articles from the time.
That's fine. Just tell us what you can.
Alright. It's this 5 incident. It happened on a winter's day 12 years ago. February 10th, to be precise. Your policy received a call directly from the kidnapper. And I've got the president of Zagfa.
He was kidnapped.
Yeah, this is 5 is the official designation of the president's kidnapper case. Kidnapper wanted $100 million. $100 million? Which money is that?
Well, you can imagine, it seems.
The last person to see the president that night was my father. We were together at the embassy of Zagfa until midnight on the 10th. Nobody knows what happened to the president after that until he was kidnapped. Our government did everything they could to scrape together the money. They were desperate to save him. And then they succeeded. The money was handed over, and the president came home safely. So President Wang was head honcho, even back then? Wow, Mr. President. The length of time he stayed in power is even close to the most impressive thing about him. That's kind of scary. That's scary. So,
Agent Wang was clearly fond of President Wang. They assumed the kidnapping was thoroughly investigated.
Yeah, it was. The investigation was top secret, as was the trial.
The trial? So a suspect was arrested?
Yeah, none other than our friend, Fifi Lungard.
What?
What is she doing? What's she doing?
Right while you visited the prison?
It is, huh? I was put on what you might call extended leave from Interpol. So I thought I'd use the time to look into what happened 12 years ago. I want to see who I was dealing with. She was found guilty then, wasn't she? Oh, not found guilty? Yeah. Her father was in charge of the president's security at the time. They held him responsible for the kidnapping and stripped him of his duties as presidential bodyguard. He stayed in the force, though, and he worked the case alone until eventually he found the suspect. On guard. If he thought he did it, there's no way she was innocent. But they declared her not guilty, and the case they went cold. How's that? My father couldn't take it. He was broken mentally and physically. Finally, he quit the force altogether.
Zoe had solid grounds to suspect Warden Lungard.
He must have never had evidence. He would have charged her otherwise. I've never been able to see the materials in the case. I'm sorry, but that's all I know. What do we do, Mr. Arthur? This is useful information, but I don't think it's enough for little Thief to recreate the scene. There's really nothing we can do. Yeah, okay. Yeah, save us again. Random Ace Attorney character. Okay, another character. It looks like you could use a hand. It's me, Flowery. I can't. Alright, I cannot. Who's this now?
Or this guy.
Hey, Mr. Fender.
We finally wrapped up things over at the courthouse, so I thought we'd see what the kids were up to.
Yeah.
What's this? Says SS5 instant investigation report.
Oh, wow. You have it? Okay.
The sense Fifi Langard mentions an incident from 12 years ago earlier. I could help but wonder. So decided to look into it. This was what Interpol provided.
Nice work, Francisca. Is that easy?
Let's get the wrong idea, Edgeworth. You're no longer a prosecutor. Do this for you. So a call later could solve his father's final case.
No, you serious? Everything related to SS5 incident was supposed to be top secret.
Yes, but that investigation was applied by the prosecutor and charged the case. It says Winnter. That. Okay. Well, that makes a lot more sense.
He was the prosecutor in charge?
You make head.
Just very. Due to the outcome of this aborted case, he's been strictly supported by all authority. His outcomes that was no small part thanks to his efforts of his own son.
Useless.
So, in beating his father, he made the old case file available to us. Sounds like you owe him. Prosecutor Eustace Winnter is busy wrapping things up after the conclusion of the Langard trial. But he asked me to give you a message. Leave that in Langard to me. You focus on your old case over there.
He's starting to sound like a prosecutor.
Maybe he is. Alright. Now I got a case file. I can recreate the scene, no problem.
Alright, let's get started. We'll go to the file. The instant occurred exactly where the plaza is now.
Alright. What are we waiting for? With me, everybody.
Alright, okay, if you could set him this Mr. FIFA in motion.
Sure. Looks like there's more than enough here to work with. Where do you want to start?
Good question. Let's see. It seems there was an eyewitness. A freelance journalist by the name of Alf Down.
Alright, what's the pun of this? Alf fell down. Alf fell down. Okay.
Apparently, he was killed by the culprit for witnessing the kidnapping.
Alpha down? Okay. I get it now. Kind of. This is where he saw it all happen. Here, isn't the big building?
No, construction of the big building only began a year ago. Before that, it had been a piece of abandoned property. Before that...
Now we're getting the stuff I know. 2 years ago, this place would have been... What is it? Be family home. Oh, okay. That is an interesting place to have this happen.
Like for retired people?
It was a place for children without parents. An orphanage, in other words.
Everyone was kidnapped from an orphanage.
Yeah, the place is run by Fifi Langard. She called her happy little home. Wait. Interesting. That's very interesting. It's probably heard of the solution. It's possible that she came under suspicion.
Was it Excellus Winter and Warden Langard? Surely the SS5 incident must be related to our current case. Okay, could you enter the data related to the murder of Mr. Aldown? It seems sensible to assume that she was killed by whoever was kidnapped the president.
So if we solved the murder, we solved the kidnapping. Nice.
Alright, we're counting on you.
Alright, so back in time, area. Yeah. What the heck is this?
Where did he grow to become so blasé towards people's reactions to Mr. Thief? What was he here to the front yard of the orphan desert was 12 years ago. At least as far as the police reports describe it.
Yeah, okay, this is how it looked when they started investigating at 7 a.m. the morning after the murder.
And it seems it had been snowing.
Yeah, from what I heard, the footprints wound up being pretty important evidence. The snow fell in the daytime the previous day.
In other words, before the incident occurred. Meaning that none of the footprints would have been obscured by new snow. I think we'll need to pay these footprints some special attention.
Alright, let's see.
These footprints left by the body.
So that means that they belong to Mr. Aldown, right? His feet were pretty big, but what's that? About size 12? According to the file, they were the same size as his shoes. It's a match. Alright, about these.
These footprints go towards the body and come back.
According to the case file, they're thought to be the killers. They're about a nice size 10, pretty average in other words. Seems the police weren't able to track down who the murderer was from them, though. Interesting. Huh? The body?
Alf Down. Alf Down, the man who witnessed the person's kidnapping. What exactly did he see?
This is part of the creation on one of the crime scene photos.
Seems he suffered a blow to the back of the head.
Yeah, from that brick right there. They figured it must have been taken from the yard.
It looks like the big blood flew from the head, that wound spread over the surrounding area.
Here, a gift for you. This is Mr. Aldown's autopsy report.
I was countless, he'd expect anything that catches my attention.
Alright. Let's see.
Alf Down, freelance journalist. He was after witnessing the kidnapping of President Wang.
Even in the recreation, it's pretty gruesome, huh?
It's even worse than the actual crime scene photo. That's a lot of blood. It seems mostly to come from the back of his head. As you can see, that area is completely caked.
Yeah, the autopsy report says that where he was hit with a brick.
Indeed, I imagine his attacker must have snuck out upon him from behind. Looks as if he was clutching something in his right hand.
Oh yeah, they mentioned that in the case file somewhere. Let's see. According to this, there was a button.
A button torn from the attacker's clothing, perhaps.
Interesting. Oh. Maybe important. We'll find out, like, later. Oh no.
Something must have belonged to the victim.
Right. Yeah, it says here in the case file that Mr. Aldown made a call while he's watching the kidnapping.
Call to who?
His girlfriend. Seems like he... Oh, that's the wrong person. His girlfriend. He seems like he called her when he saw the person was there. But she didn't pick up, so he left a message. Okay, that's in here too, if you want to hear it.
Please.
Alright.
Hey, Rosie, it's me. Thanks you're sleeping already. Anyway, I'm here at the orphanage. Something weird's going on. President Wang is here for some reason, and there's another... Damn it, the light's out, so I can't quite see, but it looked like he was being kidnapped. Anyway, probably nothing, but what should I even...
Alright, well.
I don't know, sounds at the end.
He must have been attacked while he was still on the phone. Agent Lang, can I ask you something? Mr. Aldown's girlfriend, what was her name? Oh, interesting. It's coming together. Rosie. Rosie Ringer. At least that's what I've heard. Just as I thought. You mean...
Her revenge for what happened 12 years ago?
Ringer was left with memories and personal effects of her lover. So seek revenge on Chairman Winter, she made her appear at the auction. So she really was out for revenge on Chairman Winter, wasn't she?
Perhaps it was for the suppression of the kidnapping. Or perhaps it was because she thought she was the one with the kidnappers.
Yeah, interesting. May have been.
The brick. Yeah, this is the brick used in the murder.
There's stuff made of bricks all around the yard here. I took it from somewhere nearby, huh? Camera?
This is the victim was carrying a camera.
Oh yeah, according to the file, they recovered the picture. Yeah. Here we are. Alright, yeah. Gregory? I wonder who that is.
That's...
It's the president, right?
Somebody's pointing a gun at him. This must be what Mr. Out had witnessed.
So the president trench coat's the kidnapper?
Yes, I imagine they were trying to conceal their identity. But if Agent Ray's father's theory was correct, the person wearing that trench coat is warden on guard.
Okay. So that'd be that's warden on guard? Okay. How come they only found the one picture?
He probably wasn't able to take any more before he was attacked.
Much blood. And plenty of... According to the autopsy report, he died from blood loss due to the blow onto the back of his head. Also, I just realized the same plant is right there. Interesting.
It's not blood spread out over the entire area. If anybody could have bled that much and survived. Anyway, this certainly seems to confirm what the autopsy reporters suggest.
Oh, somebody dropped a yellow flower here. I think this symbolizes a desire to steal treasures.
Yeah, you can't just make these things up. What can we say is that it looks to be different from the other flowers on the planter.
So what's it doing here?
Not indeed. We should examine the planters too.
Oh, so you're right. Somebody must have stolen it. It's a stolen treasure.
Okay.
I think this one might actually be symbolized as the crying anger of a former prosecutor. That is not relevant then. Anything more? Nice shoes.
The footprints were a key part of this case. There were information about the shoes in the file, correct?
Yeah, let's see. They're a size 12. Feet were clean. No corns. No athlete's foot. Base shots, thermal underwear in the same color. He dressed old guy style. Rider socks would have been really made that outfit pop. Why not live a little? And that's it for the fashion rundown. Shout out to whoever left these amazing helpful comments.
And here I thought it was going to be a plain old investigation report.
Alright, not very helpful. Seems like that's it. Okay, how about the planter?
These planters.
According to the case file, the yard stretched around 3 sides of the orphanage. And there are 3 planters on each side. Alright, that makes sense.
Yes, planters arranged in a very particular pattern. One we've seen somewhere before.
A shame there weren't many flowers. I guess it was the middle of winter.
Yes, but look at this one. It's bright yellow.
Weird. How come there's only one? Wait, it looks like somebody dropped it. Is that a lion lily? Is very much. I'm not very much mistaken. A very member of the family. Lilicy. I don't know.
Lion lily, you say?
Oh wait, don't you have like a present wearing some lion lilies?
What does the same flower do? This can't be a coincidence.
Can it? At least this particular Prosecutor is from Asia. There, it's to symbolize the bonds between parents and child.
I was aware you were so knowledgeable when it comes to flowers, Francisca.
That's what I told you is just common knowledge, but you just need to read a little more. Okay, what's this?
There are burn marks on this pillar here.
The report says there was a fire sometime in the evening of the incident. Oh, very similar to what is happening now. That's interesting.
Fire.
Let's see, where was that again? Ah. One of the orphans set a fire with some kerosene. Some sort of prank, probably. Wait, it's like the same things happened again. It's so weird.
They sound like a lively bunch. Possibly too lively. Keeps to spoil our chances of finding Freddy footprints near the entrance of the building.
Interesting. Hey, Sarge, I've seen it before somewhere, right?
Indeed, it's the same one that stands over the entrance of the big building.
Hey, is this supposed to be how things looked 12 years ago? Was it there the whole time?
It seems the architects would build archway to the structure of the new building.
The future is simply the past reheated. I think I heard that somewhere.
And for once, it seems you might have remembered it correctly.
12 years ago is a long time to eat something for... So your lunch should be ruined. Alright. Bender.
I was telling you, Chili was look out here, miles away. Somebody might have to warm me up.
Could you maybe take this a little more seriously, Fender?
Before you Game Master or anything. Can't believe this awesome tail bit game right here. Got a crazy rap.
Yes, it is a little.
Or thieves and chairman up to them. Where they going with all this?
Well, indeed, I'd very much like to know that myself.
I very much like to know when you two are going to be, how much you love your Uncle Eddie.
Not anytime soon. Come on, Mr. Fender. You're not taking this seriously at all.
You did for about 3 instances, which is something on record.
Gagler's shaped there, perfect balance of cuteness and scariness. I guess you could call it a bigaloo.
It was quite large. You could probably put as many people as 3 people inside it.
Yeah, and they couldn't live in there for 3 whole years.
3 years? What about the summer? Wouldn't the big loop melt?
Again and again. Say it again, Mr. Earth, please. One more time.
Wouldn't the igloo melt?
They're enough fun. Oh yeah, let's... Alright, let's talk to them. Yeah, please, Mr. Earth. And just thank you enough for returning Sean Fenn safely to me. I can hardly bear to imagine how much would have felt if he had to come home. No, God, can you see him upsetting her?
That was not my intent at all.
Yeah, our little king in knight in shining armor, defending his mom's honor.
Shut up, I
wouldn't have if you didn't keep... That's not Sean? Mr. Earth, if you'll allow me. I would like to apologize again. I failed in my duty as a servant of justice. I will not ask you to forgive me. I only ask you to understand that I...
Lord Gablay, I don't presume to know the goddess of justice as well as you do, but she's a mother. She was mother, was she not? For the gods and goddesses?
She was.
Her judgment requires personal circumstances to be taken into account. I'm sure she would understand. Perhaps your beloved goddess is more merciful than give her credit for.
Thank you, Mr. Earth. Man, what are you even talking about? Don't worry, Sean. I don't have a clue either.
No, things are finally settling down after Wardenaga's trial.
It seems so. Something is still to come. The guilty verdict should stand. Don't worry. Silas Winter's connection to the case will be thoroughly investigated. Have faith, Mr. Earth. This is a changed man.
Indeed, he simply had some growing to do, but then to be okay included.
Kinda feel for him now. Did some pretty mean things, but I'll make it up to him next time I get the chance. I'm sure you have a chance will come. But for now...
Indeed, we need to focus on the case at hand.
Alright, that's all I have. What do you want? I want to talk to you again.
John, I wonder if you would tell us a little more about the Sextus kidnapping.
They took you when you went to the garage disposal area, right? What were you doing there? It's alright, you don't have to talk to him. He just asked me himself. Here, Mr. Earth, think you're trying to warn me, weren't you? I went up to Grad's disposal to throw away the flowers that were on the body. It wasn't far, and I figured they'd be less likely to find them there, and I threw them in the trash can. I tried to get them in there last night, too, but it's locked. So you had to come back today and try again. When I was there, somebody came up behind me and put something on my face. Yeah, Susie is easy 3Z with 3 Z's.
The fact that she just drugged with it too doesn't seem to bother her. I guess it is a catchy name. It was pretty strong. It was on her face. I see, thank you. It's very helpful. Can you tell us about the time between when you were kidnapped and when you were found?
Not a whole lot, I bet. Since it was easy 3Z with 3 Z's. We were feeling cold. It was somewhere big, empty, dark. It was some kind of dark world. There were cardboard boxes and some other language written on them. I figured it must be a storeroom. It was actually a giant refrigerator. This is used to keep stuff chilled.
And that's where Kate and Detective Gumshoe found him. They really saved the day there.
The cooler must have been on until before it was there. Like I said, I was pretty cold. Anyway, they didn't take my phone for some reason. These are the call for help.
I see. Well, we're all very glad that you found your way back to us safely.
I see what you mean if I do with you.
He's not the most gracious child I've met.
Oh, I just heard somebody else, huh?
Alright, so how should you give that?
It's about swinging with that elephant's face on it. And behind it is what appears to be a motor.
You know what? Every dedicated swing bean always wonders, don't you? If they can swing all the way over the top and back again. Even more as I swing could finally make my dream come true.
Wouldn't that be a little dangerous?
And what dream isn't, huh? Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
True, but hardly applicable in this case.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Sus!
Like, why did I even say that? Why did I even say that?
It looks like a snowman. It's mostly melted.
Wait, where? I don't even see it. So it's all slushy, he's wearing a hat and a scarf. It's been rosy toasty. And look at this cute little button that's just lying there.
He probably would have frozen back up to at dawn, you know? It's usually at his coldest.
Yeah, I don't think that would have helped much, Mr. Edgeworth. Melt the snow my froze again, it wouldn't turn back into a snowman. It would turn into an iceman.
What? He's like, what I bet you wanted me to say, he's in? Well, too bad.
Stay too scruffy. Don't you tell anybody, I'll just deny it idea.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, you gotta help me out, sir. What's the matter?
What's the matter, detective?
I was about to ask this 5 minutes ago. What else? I know Chairman Winnter isn't in charge anymore at all, but top secret file being available to us so quickly after his removal, something seemed off. So I got to thinking, I put a call, and they told me that, well, that Miss Funkar went to pretty extreme lengths to get that file released.
Guess we stuck to that, done everything.
Oh,
It sounds like you went to a lot of trouble for our sake, Francisca. Don't worry, your efforts will not be for nothing. I'll solve this case, you'll see.
Alright. Wait, guys. What? It was this grab a scoop hole where I was gone green. This bad outbreak of sun. I'm seeing green trees, green people, green clothes, everything. That might be a real slave. I got their clothes green. Looks like we could wind up slap bang in the middle of some damn places at a blah 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 blah. Jordan Sheep. I don't think we're gonna get a word in edgewise here, Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think we want to, and also don't say that. It's my name. Also logic.
Alright. Wait. 3-3.
So that's what the monstrous hoof prints really were.
Wait, what? Wait, that makes more sense because the planters were here. Or something like that.
You got the arrangement of the prints now compared to that of the planters. That's right. I mean, the footprints are located exactly where our planters once stood.
Interesting. So Chairman Winnter was digging around the front of them?
He was, and might he have been doing that? We have a piece of evidence in our possession that answers exactly that question. Because it shows right, Mr. Chairman, that I'm digging right out the planters.
Alright, let me think. Jeez, I was stretched out. Alright. What would be in there? It's shards of concrete, so... Cal Augusto's and Artie Frost's son. Those sons gotta come back, I'm telling you right now. I didn't even look at the news stuff here. Trying to think. It wasn't the flowers, they'd be dead by then. That doesn't make sense. Lighter. Yeah. I don't know. I actually have no idea what could be. Why he might have been digging. I don't know. I legitimately don't know why he would be digging. What would be under there? I'm trying to think why. Why would you dig? That makes no sense. Well, he's definitely taking something. Might have been digging. I'm gonna guess this. This makes no sense to me. Okay, it's not. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. Doesn't make sense to me either. Just wanted to try it, just in case Ace 30 was being weird. I was like, no, it's not gonna work, but worth a try. I straight up don't know why. Okay.
Take that!
No, that's okay. It's okay. Yeah. So, are we saying specifically what? Oh, we're talking about why. Okay. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, next possessions don't make sense. That didn't happen that long ago. Oh, okay. No, it's this. I didn't read that. That makes more sense. The package.
Recall, if you will, the report that Warren on God sent to Chairman Winter. In it, she mentioned something that had been laid out to rest in front of a planter.
You think she was telling them where to dig? Wait, but why 3 holes?
Because the report didn't specify which of the planters she meant.
Oh, that makes sense. I think it is, so she wasn't sure which one it was. Which meant you had to try and dig up all 3.
I imagine so, yes. Poor Chairman Winter.
Oh, I go for all that trouble. What was he looking for? That's a good point, actually. What was he looking for? It couldn't have been this. This makes no sense to me. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, it's not that. That's a Lang. Alright. Lang, what you doing? 3 planters. Covered with snow.
Is anything the matter, Major Lang?
Yeah, something's not right. I wasn't able to look at the case file until now.
You have Chairman Winter to thank for that, it seems.
Yeah, but what's weird is I've seen this scene somewhere before.
What?
Where? I keep thinking I got it, but then it's gone.
It appears to be lost in his efforts to remember. Perhaps I should leave him alone for now. I think it's all getting out of the scene for now.
Alright, I try and show you things looked area on that night.
That would be very much appreciated. Could you take us back to the moment in which the victim witnessed the kidnapping?
Sure, I'll use the photograph he took. Here goes nothing. Alright, here we go. Okay, that's about right.
There's Mr. Out in the middle of the planters.
And there's Mr. President and his kidnapper out by the road. Based investigation on evidence that Aldam provided. That was why he thought the kidnapping and the orphanage were connected somehow.
Then how he wound up suspecting his Fifi and Lungard. She was the one running the orphanage at the time.
Exactly. So in that case, went to trial accidentally, Winnter put a hole in that theory.
He did.
Yeah, after all, President and kidnapper weren't actually on the grounds of the orphanage. It was hard to conclusively prove any kind of connection. So they're never seen outside the gates of the orphanage? Detectives busted got to find evidence on the scene. And then prosecutors come along and twisted for their own ends. Been in Lung Garden, working together. He had some kind of deal, I'm sure of it. So you're saying that Chairman Winter was working with the kidnapper? I mean, this is pretty. Makes sense.
Gambit was convicted on guard was the culprit, correct? And you say he was gifted in a thorough investigator. And he must have had more than his theory and just said Mr. Alden's message, surely.
Yeah, he must have. I just don't know what it was. It wasn't exactly the case he liked talking.
Agent Link's father, the Long Lane, trusted ally and confidant of President Wayne. He discovered truths that were subsequently suppressed by Chairman Winter. Our first priority should be to find out what they were.
Alright, well. Same preference?
Either was stopped by the body.
I guess that means that they belong to Mr. Alden, right? His feet are pretty big. What's that? What about size 12? According to that file, they're the same size as his shoes. It's a match. Alright. Okay. How about this?
No scout the seat expect anything that catches my attention. The president's kidnapper. We should see if we can judge anything based on the appearance.
Roger, that ring redly or... Alright, let's take a look at you.
The last thing I noticed is that they're holding the president at gunpoint.
Try to look all cool and south with a pistol around like that. Whoever it is, they suck. I mean, pretty true, right?
Their coat and hat completely cover their face, though unfortunately we can't identify them that way.
Turning their collar up and pulling their hat down and trying to be all mysterious. I hate this kidnapper.
They seem pretty relaxed, and they're particularly nervous.
Yeah, and a pocket, classic show-off move. You suck, you suck, you suck. Okay, I like you a lot.
Okay, that's...
What? You said to judge them by their appearance.
Well, yes, but I mean it like that.
There is president.
D-Ward Lane. He was president of Jing 5, actually, but even back then.
Does he look any younger? It's kind of dark, can't really tell.
Indeed, and the situation being what it is, his pressure certainly is somewhat distorted.
Where they took him after this?
We don't know yet, but
I think how the investigation progresses.
we may find out soon enough.
Oh, what the snowman here? Snowman. Just melted in the simulation in the morning after the murder, huh? That muffler was all wet, and its little button had fallen off.
Indeed, it still looks reasonably healthy at this point, although not entirely. I can see one thing that's missing.
Oh, poor guy. I bet some kind of kid took it as a stupid prank. Not a bad piece of teething, though. It had potential.
You think one of the orphans took it? I'm not so sure. In fact, I think it was grabbed by somebody else entirely.
Alright. Wait. The deuce. Wait. I know. It is in fact related to something?
Yes, no, but it's missing a certain something, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, his right eye.
Indeed, luckily we managed to locate it.
The button Mr. Alden was holding. Look at that. It's the same type of button as the other eye and everything.
And we suppose that the button was indeed the snowman's missing eye. That presents something of a contradiction.
Yeah, that is... Well, the victim's location.
The victim was clutching the button, and the button was covered with his blood, which means he must have grabbed it after being attacked. Let's run a little hypothetical, shall we? What if, after being struck, Mr. Alden lost his balance and reached out to grab something to steady himself with the snowman? The snowman wouldn't have supported him, so he would have grasped the button and continued falling.
I get it. You're saying that he was near the snowman when he attacked?
I was attacked, okay, but I am within arm's reach to be precise. His currently is nowhere near that close.
Right, but his footprints only go as far as the planter. He never came back this way.
What if they weren't his footprints? If we need to look at all the prints again.
Alright, I'll take us back to the scene when Mr. Outlet's body was found. Alright. I didn't even get to look at everything else. Okay. But the footprints on the left definitely matched up with Mr. Outlet's shoes, right? So what's the deal?
Let's take another look and see if we can figure it out.
Alright.
Can we really be sure that these are Mr. Outlet's footprints?
Oh, they're the same size and a 12, which is pretty big. And the prints match his shoes. They also go straight to the middle of the planters where his body was found.
And as we established, when he was attacked, he fell and grabbed the snowman button from the snowman.
Well, being great thief, I know a few contortionist tricks, but that would be way beyond me. As far as Joe stretching his arms out that far, basically impossible.
I think we can be reasonably certain that the prints were made by the shoes that the victim was wearing. But can we be certain that they are actually the victim's shoes? Perhaps we should take another look at them.
Alright. Let's look at the shoes again. Sorry, must expect your feet once again.
These shoes, as the case file says, they match the footprints, but these aren't the victim's shoes. I'm sure of it.
What do you mean? Alright, somebody switched the shoes. Okay, I get now.
Look at how the laces are tied, don't they look a little strange to you? It's more, they don't appear to fit properly.
That's... okay. Let's find out who wears these shoes. They must be the suspect. So these prints, they go right up to where the victim was found, and they've stopped right by his feet.
But it didn't actually belong to him.
So are the prints by his head his? The ones that lead away and come back?
No, I don't think so. They're too small.
So neither belongs to him? Then how did he get here?
That's easy enough, he didn't walk.
Oh, yeah, carried.
He was carried by the killer.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So where did the murder take place? Is it really over by the snowman as we suspect?
Let's see. Let's see.
The guy was down, his body was moved. As we explained, the button clenched in his hand. And I would suggest that he was killed somewhere near the snowman. Let's take a closer look.
Alright.
Scout the scene, inspect anything?
Okay. Poor snowman, he's not looking so good.
It's gotta be out snow and eventually melt. That's just how it is.
So many mysteries. All we have to do is wait. Snowman of the case will melt into the clear water of truth.
All we have to do is wait, Gay. Have to work and solve these mysteries.
So his dying footprints going toward the body and away from it? The case file says they must have belonged to the murderer.
They grow fainter as they get closer to the orphanage gates.
That's just because there's less snow over here, no?
We did have some made. It certainly not matching the prints with the name and face.
Alright, well.
So that planters outside the orphanage gates too.
Look, the plants left the flowers in winter under all that snow.
Indeed, a little frigid, but tasteful nonetheless. Even if this is a simulation.
Yes, indeed, a bit frosty looking, but tasty nonetheless before simulation. Alright. Oh. Wait, what? There's a brick missing. Look, there's a brick missing here. Well, I think I know what that is for.
There's the brick what looks fine and straight. It's just this one missing.
Wait, I can logic that real quick. Oh, it's this. I know that.
It seems quite likely that the missing brick was the one used in the murder, wouldn't you say?
Yep. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, they're the exact same shape and size. Alright, so that's that. Wait. I mean, yeah, these two would connect. I mean, that's just self-explanatory.
Extremely little was involved in President Wake's objection, and it seems likely that whatever he dug up yesterday had something to do with the kidnapping.
Oh, get it.
You do?
Yeah, what I do? We're talking treasure, right? Loot. He must have been digging up some ransom money.
The ransom money? $100 million is an awful lot of cash. Burying it would have been a good way to keep it hidden until the heat died down. Certainly seems like a possibility.
That's actually a good idea. Actually, okay, I can see that. Though, wouldn't somebody find that out? I feel that. God, you, Gary. Alright. I guess we try this. Yeah, what's this? Okay.
I think we have to conclude that the murder actually happened over by the snowman.
Alright, the button came from there, and the brick too.
Indeed, and what's more, the murderer took the brick from right by the snowman, and then tried to sneak up on the victim all the way over here by the planter.
Sir Alden would have been seen them right away.
Exactly. I think we need to update the stipulation, Gay. Mr. Alden wasn't surrounded by the planters, he was next to the snowman.
Gotcha. Alright, here goes. Alright, oh wow, this is a mess. Yeah, no matter how you look at it, this just doesn't work, huh? Yeah.
Indeed, everybody was present at this exact same spot.
So, where did we go wrong?
One of the pieces of evidence which we base our simulation must be the source of the problem. If one of them was fake somehow. Which one was it?
This.
Take that!
The photograph had to be.
We'd be certain if this picture was taken by Mr. Alden.
Huh? What do you mean?
He knew the whoever killed him moved his body. But why would they have done that? What if they wanted to make it seem like he saw something he didn't?
And they took a photograph to help back up the lie?
They had the prisoner at gunpoint. They could easily have forced him to pose for the picture. He would have no choice but to comply.
Hey, now that you mention it, they only recovered one picture from Mr. Alden's camera, right?
Indeed, I imagine this killer probably removed the film that was already in there, and replaced it with another, thereby ensuring the only picture found was the one they staged.
Yeah, that makes sense. So this picture was actually taken after Mr. Alden was killed. No way. Alright, that's sneaky.
And there you have it. The picture doesn't show what Mr. Alden saw at all. It seems highly likely that it was a completely staged to make us believe that was the case.
Wait, so where was the present when Mr. Alden thought he saw him being kidnapped?
Luckily, the photograph doesn't. It's the only piece of evidence we can try to figure that out.
Oh yeah, he left that voicemail too.
We did. I think we should listen back to it one more time, don't you? This is surely the only place where the person who's kidnapper could have been standing.
Alright, let me see. Where the fire was.
Take that!
That makes more sense, actually. That's where they really were? How do you figure that?
I need a reason.
What, you mean you don't have one? Wait.
That clearly wasn't good.
So when Mr. Alden sent his message one more time, he mentioned some of the stuff he could see, right?
He did. Perhaps we could use that to help us figure out where they were standing.
Let's see.
Take that!
Got a statement from Mr. Alden's voicemail. Damn it, the light is out. Lights out.
Okay. So as the spot I was thinking of, just stays away from it, so...
The lights here in the backyard are broken.
Yeah, let's not talk about the one over by the building.
Alright, can you update the simulation to reflect everything we learned?
Sure. And there we have it. The kidnapper really was standing over by the building.
Yes, which would certainly have strengthened the theory that they were connected to the orphanage.
I suddenly moved the body and staged a photograph to distort the picture painted by the voicemail, which helped them undermine the idea that the orphanage was involved with the case went to trial. That's a lot of confusion.
Well, that certainly changes what this particular part of the simulation tells us. I imagine it would also affect our understanding of the scene when the body was found.
Only one way to find out. Ready to make the jump?
To switch back between the two recreations, I need to first press Y to talk to K, and then switch to recreation, so I'll give it a try later when I need it.
Alright.
We really be sure that these are Mr. Alden's footprints?
Well, they're the same size, 12, which is pretty big. And the prints match his shoes. They also go straight to the middle of the finders, where his body was found.
As we established, when he was attacked, he fell and grabbed the button from the stove bed.
All being a great feat, I know the door's just straight. Alright, I already knows. Alright, stop. Stop. I already did all this.
That's how it was a kill here between the planters at all.
Then, what's the blood doing here?
Things have changed considerably in terms of what simulation showed us. But if we want to look more closely at his blood, I think we would need better off if we look at the simulation from the point at which the body was discovered.
Tell me what I'm waiting for. I'm ready when you are.
That's what you do this is to recreate the I need to first talk about.
I know. Let's just do it. Can we show the scene as reported at the police case files, right? Okay, let's take another look at how things were when they found the body. And there we have it. Wait.
This is where Mr. Alden really met his fate. But he was moved in order to make this scene consistent with the stage photograph. Over to the spot between the planters.
So the footprints, the fact that they go over there and come back.
Yes, I think that tells us something important. That they were left by someone who carried him over there.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Let's go to the scene and inspect anything that
Catches my attention.
blood on the snow.
A lot of it.
Certainly looks like a murder occurred here, doesn't it?
Wait, we figured out that Mr. Alden was killed over by the snowman, right?
We did. I think his blood might belong to somebody else.
They didn't figure that out? You think they would figure it out? Okay. Well, at least for said the blood was Mr. Alden's.
Need I remind you that the case was overseen by Mr. Chairman Winnter?
I guess he could have fabricated that.
The man would have no scruples about altering the picture record over something this small.
And then why go to that trouble? Couldn't you have just cleaned up the blood instead?
He was unable to. Think about it. He knew that this is where the police would find Mr. Alden's body, and he knew the police would have certain scientific methods at their disposal to look for clues.
Oh, you mean luminol? Yeah, they would have found traces of blood if they used that for sure.
Exactly, he wouldn't have been able to clean it up to the point of where it was undetectable. Very far easier to falsify the results of any such tests when they came back in. It has simply been a matter of replacing those official results with a doctored copy.
Yeesh, so he's been looking at forgery this whole time. That sucks. Wait, but it says Mr. Alden's clothes were covered in blood too.
It does, and if they were, which seems entirely believable, it's just that whoever's blood this is, it was a dryad when Mr. Alden's body was placed there.
I get it, which means the other person's blood spilled not long before Mr. Alden was killed.
I think it does, yes. But if that's the case, does that present something in contradiction?
Or like, whose blood would it be? Oh, jeez, I'm getting tired. There's a lot to do. Somebody starts out with yellow flower here. It's a lion lily, right?
According to Francisca, yes. They're originally from Asia, if I recall correctly.
Yep, and she said it symbolizes the pond being painted or tiled, right?
It was the bond between parent and child, Kay.
What I even... Okay, the blood is his, alright. So this is faked. This is all staged. Nothing about that. Yeah, struck on the head.
It clearly contradicts.
But, okay, well. Got that fucking wrong, apparently. Because I don't know. That's true, the fire.
This is only
This is the only part where there's no snow around.
because of the fire. One that kids said, imagine the snow here melt as a result.
It's supposed to be the unluckiest orphanage in the world. First a fire and then a murder. Talk about going from bad to worse.
The fire came first.
Because it caused the snow to melt. Wait. I'll try it. There's so much evidence. I'm getting overwhelmed with it. Fuck off. I'm getting actually a little bit annoyed at this stop soon. Still in the beginning. Okay, I'm about to say. If we're still in the beginning, that's like fuck up. Does the blood contradict the evidence? Like what? I guess this. Try it. Okay, what's this? Okay.
There's a clear contradiction here.
No bloodstain.
The blood is clearly cut off where the snow was melted by the fire, which means that the blood in question is split before the fire was started.
The fire happened before the murder? No.
We choose to believe the case file, yes. But if the fire was actually set after what happened here,
It might have seen something.
then why was there a witness statement? Because that would have challenged Chairman Winter's version of events.
I know more about this fire. You Shifu. The fire might have been reported to the police, which means there might be a record of it. Go see if they have anything and bring everything you see back right away. Understood, Shifu. I'll get right on it. One more thing. What is a Shifu? Let my family back in St. Fa. Tell them to search my father's office. There should be something there related to the case.
You should. What kind of something exactly?
I told you I'd seen the scene before somewhere, didn't I? Well, I remembered where. It was my father's office. He had a picture of it. At least, something very much like it.
What?
It looked like it was drawn by a child.
Must be a child from the orphanage. Possibly even a child who set the fire.
Still be some there somewhere. Tell him to send it right away. Shifu.
Alright, finally. That took so long. And I go full? That one. Jeez.
Shifu, I'm back. That was fast. I'm ready to think I police out of the fire, and I also brought the picture from your father's office. Oh, one more thing. About time. What kept you, huh? Well, hand it over.
Let's take a look at this mysterious picture, shall we?
Alright. Who? That's Canis. Wait, that's Canis. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's the picture I remember.
It must be the picture of something that happened last night.
Sure looks like a kid drew it, huh?
Yes, and I'm willing to bet it's the work of a child who set the fire.
That's Canis. Are we gonna mention that?
Chief, there's... What now? Look, you'll have to... Okay. Oh, Mr. Prosecutor? Well, anything my father kept us.
Imagine he acquired at some point in his investigation, although I have no idea why he would have chosen to keep it to himself. Do you see the case file for the fire, too?
Sure, here.
Please give us a moment to read through it.
Alright.
The boys down to the fire snuck out of bed on the evening of the incident. And then disappeared several days later.
It must have been because we saw something, right? No, a kid. Really? That's horrible.
That's sadly not unimaginable.
Looks like the kid left something behind that. Let's put in evidence. What's this? What's it doing? The case file. What is it, Mr. Prosecutor? Have you seen this somewhere before?
Wait, like, is that from the toy?
Something very much like it, yes. A piece of evidence that could well be connected. This evidence relates.
Okay. Well, I know which one it is. It's gonna take a second to get to it because I've so much time.
Take that!
I don't know what it's doing in the evidence for that case, but it looks like it might be the missing horn from the soft toy.
Hey, that was President Wang's.
You seen it before?
Of course, he always kept it somewhere close by. Remember it because of the missing piece.
I see. There's a special device inside it that plays recorded a sound when you twist the horn.
You think maybe putting the horn back might unlock more recordings?
You never know. Toy itself should still be on the 51st floor.
Wait, actually.
Hey, you heard the man. Yes, Chief, I'll go fetch her right away. Here it is, Chief, with the Torosaurus doll, just like you asked. Good work, hand it to the prosecutor over there.
Well, is the horn found at the orphanage fit the present's plushie?
It fits perfectly. And any more recordings on there?
I do, John. Sorry, President Wang.
Speaking of Emily, I know it's been a while. I saw on the news that you were visiting the country soon, and I didn't know whether I should get in touch at all, but in the end I decided I had to.
Overruled.
Turn it off right now.
What's gotten into Judge Gambit?
What? Why?
Are you okay? Just turn it off, please.
What?
What? You see, I had a baby. Beautiful little boy. Beautiful little boy. Sorry, that's pretty much all I wanted to tell you. Wait. Amelie. Oh, except I called him Sean. Sean Fenn. It's a nice ring to it, don't you think? No. Sean Fenn? Just a kid. And also that I'll be at the orphanage on the evening of the 9th. I'll be waiting in the front yard.
Wait, so
He's the president's son? It's like you meet him if you like. It's only just this once. I know you're very lesbian, but anyway, that's where I'll be. Goodbye. Wait, hey, it was my dad. I'm so sorry, Sean. I can't explain what the heck is going on. Gambit. Sean isn't my biological son. I adopted him.
okay, that's what I thought.
Are you aware of this?
Yes, of course. His mother, Amelie Fenn. She died 5 years ago. We're cousins. We were also friends, best of friends. People both mistook us for sisters. And so, when she died, it seemed only natural that Sean would come live with me. Of course, we had to keep his father's identity secret. And that said, the best way to do that was for him to never know in the first place.
That's quite a lot to learn from a recording made on a seemingly innocent toy. I guess Sean's mother must have recorded the message and then sent the plushie to the president.
Hey. Yes, Sean? You're sure? He was really my dad? Yes, I'm sure. Before you were born, your mother worked for a time as a diplomat in Zangfa.
Makes sense. That line of work might have brought her into contact with the president.
Why? You told me she worked at the orphanage. She did. Only after she returned and after she quit the diplomatic service. She was loved helping others. The orphanage is perfect for her.
Not so fast!
I'm sorry, Judge Gavale, but I have to ask. Obviously, the lady who asked the president to come. Why didn't she show up herself? Why isn't she anywhere in the files related to the SS5 incident? She never made it to the rendezvous that night. Someone was tailing her.
Oh, but that was Chairman Winter's doing. Though sadly, we can't prove it.
And said she couldn't make it. She never saw the president again.
And she died 5 years ago. This can't be easy for Sean.
Hey, Sean, are you thirsty? Go get a soda. My treat, okay? Come on, I think I saw a vending machine over there. You think I can't buy myself a soda? This is important. It's about me. I'm staying. Oh, that didn't work at all. Yeah. I see what you're doing. Nice try, though. Yeah. Sean, perhaps you guessed why I met with the president 2 nights ago?
That's it. That was the big secret.
To just tell him face to face. Amelie was gone. But also that you were alive and well. More than well.
It makes sense now. No wonder Judge Gavin was so keen to avoid sharing the details of their meeting.
Yeah, she would have had to share the truth about Sean too. That's why I took the lie and Lily's with me. So there would be no doubt that I knew Amelie, and that I knew her well. These 5 boys especially significance for the two of them, you see. Mr. Lane gave Amelie a bouquet of little lion lilies in the early days of their romance. But now he too is dead. If only he had lived. Now I finally have been able to get to know him. Oh, that's sad though. Internet, please.
Oh, we don't put right up 6, but
What is it? You've been hovering there this whole time. Can it wait?
they sent some notes from Zingfa. President Wang's will.
What?
The resident's will, huh?
Made by father, medal after medal. They had to come up with new ones just for him. And there are no medals left to give, so he made us keepers of his last will and testament. Those medals, that duty, they're our greatest pride. Our family jewels.
What is this? What is the ageling? Doesn't have anything to do with our court case.
You could say that. Seems he was planning on publicly acknowledging Sean as his son.
Wait,
Sean disappears his presence will?
And we're certain that the document is authentic? That President Wang wrote it himself?
Sure we are. It's old, but it's real. The family took charge of it back before the SS5 incident happened. Wanted to analyze it back home to be sure, but I had to say my name on the English an article.
Wang is a renowned world leader, a child nobody knew about, would have been sure just to cause a stir. And if he chose to mention the child in his will nonetheless.
Well, that's that, I guess. Still can't quite believe it, but the president confirmed it with his own hand. There's no denying it. Sean, you're President Wang's son.
alright. I mean, kind of knew that already, but...
Sean.
Let's see if it continued. Okay, I'm gonna leave off of there. Good place to stop. Alright. Because it's about to hit the 3-hour mark. Oh, you know I'm probably so tired. It's because I didn't take my meds today. I forgot to take them. Because it's like the one time I'm like, oh wow, my meds. I forget to take them, my HD meds. I'm like, oh fuck. But yeah, that is gonna be it for now. I'll probably do more. Oh, the bones are so, like, fucked up. Yeah, but that is gonna be it for now. Well, I mean, we'll probably finish it up next week if... I don't know how much is left, but... I'm not even at ladder yet, but I'm at middle, so that's getting closer. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Sorry about a little more exhausted today, jeez. It's just longer stream too. But yeah. Thanks for watching, and yeah. Bye bye. Sorry I'm leaving fast, but yeah, I gotta do stuff. Bye bye.